Hi everyone! So earlier today we had a Diablo 4 developer livestream talking about seasonal content, battle pass and season journeys, and they've given us quite some juicy updates. I have taken some screenshots to talk you through the most important points, but if you want to see the full 1.5 hour livestream, I have it linked in the description. So number one is the seasonal content. They showed us this graph here about how they go about designing the seasonal content, so to say, what are like the pillars of what do they want to introduce in every single season. So you see this here, they have like these 6 different pillars, so to say. They didn't really give us like these juicy infos, for example, what season 1 will be about. They were very secretive about it. They always use like some code word to describe what could be there, basically, and stuff like that. You're also gonna see this in some of those pictures here where there's like the top secret icon that hides what is the actual season 1 like theme or something like that. So we're gonna hear about that later post-launch in yet another developer update. By the way, the first season is slated to launch between mid and end of July. So this will most likely put it to the 14th or the 21st of July, because I'm pretty sure it should be a Friday, because that's usually on the weekend when the season launches. And on the 29th and 30th of July, there's the ExileCon for Path of Exile, where they will have like insane news updates, and all the ARPG blasters are gonna pay attention to that, at the very least in the PoE scene. And yeah, we're probably gonna see like one of those 2 dates, I think, for season 1, so mark your calendars. In any case, regarding the seasonal content, there was some interesting information. So they said that, for example, they're not going to expand on the main quest line or the main campaign, but they will have seasonal storylines, potentially introducing new characters, just kind of like, yeah, bringing the theme like closer to you, basically, through various quests or dialogues or whatever they might do. So I guess that depends on the exact seasonal content, the seasonal theme. Some might be more impactful on that end, some less, I imagine. Also, in terms of the fresh gameplay, I guess they're gonna try to introduce, for example, new event types, or maybe new, like, side content types, maybe similar to like some kind of like, different forms of dungeons, rifts, these kind of things I would imagine to eventually be included in Diablo 4 as well. They want to have long-term progressions, so they want to have seasons as something that you're gonna experience basically from the start to finish, and maybe give you like maybe another avenue of progression or something like that. So they didn't really mention any details there either. And aspirational challenges. So this is actually a pretty interesting point. So for example, they want to have, let's say, new bosses or new types of like endgame challenges, but they don't want to increase the total progression, so to say. So it's still like the 1 to 100 plus whatever kind of grind for best in slot gear you have to do. But outside of that, they don't want to like extend it further and further and further. So they have to get yet the next, end game system and upgrade it, and then the next one and go that, and these kind of things. So it's more gonna be like, after a few seasons, you're probably gonna have various of like, extra end game types to choose from, or extra end game challenges, maybe some bosses, maybe some dungeons, whatever, some special stuff. And this is gonna be like, yet another thing you can do as kind of like a streamlined end game, like pinnacle content challenge, so to say. So they really want to do like some kind of pinnacle content, they call it. And that sounds actually really cool to me. So that we don't have like this kind of like infinitely longer grind every single time. It's not gonna grow and grow and grow and just like eventually become too much. Here they showed us a fresh update from the season journey. It looks like this. So in case you haven't seen this at all yet, it will look like Diablo 3 season journey pretty much, basically, but with some tweaks. So for example, there's only 7 chapters instead of 9, but I do expect that the last chapters will probably be significantly harder and like grindier to achieve than in Diablo 3, where the entire season journey is an absolute joke, basically, these days at least. And also, you don't have to complete all of the objectives in every single chapter. So it just says, for example, you have to do like 9 objectives, but maybe there's like here you can do 7 out of 9, for example. So something like that, so you don't have to do everything and skip some that you don't like. And for example, here you can see this reward cache that you can get. So you're gonna get some items there, probably some legendaries, for level X or something like that. Here's the legendary aspect. so that you can just like, you know, ready to craft on your items or something, I guess. And some favor, and this favor is used to advance the battle pass in some way. So you can also, like, you know, try to do those objectives and then advance the battle pass a little bit. Speaking of which, you have the season overview here with the battle pass, and you can see both the free and the premium tracks are actually combined into the same battle pass. So this is not like in some other games where you have like one free track, one premium track. They're both the same here. And they stress the point that there is no pay to win, there is no pay for power, and no matter what, you cannot get any tangible like character power increase or anything like that from buying the premium battle pass and the tier skips that you can get. This is exclusively for the cosmetics. And I said that the system works like that, that basically the real power rewards are actually tied to character levels. So you can see this here, you have like the minimum character level 10, for example, for this rank 8 battle pass unlock here that gives you those smoldering ashes, it's called. It's like a currency that you can use to get certain permanent bonuses for the season, which you see here. They are called season blessings. So you can get XP bonus. This is 3% on the first rank. I'm going to assume this just scale linearly, so 3% per rank up to 4 times, so 12%. Then you have some gold, some salvage materials, some elixirs, and some seasonal stuff here. So we don't know what that will be. In general, kind of neat. I was actually expecting larger bonuses, especially on the XP side. So this actually sounds like something you're just going to pick up on your first character as fast as possible. And your alts are actually not leveling significantly faster. I was expecting that the alts would be way faster. I was, you know, thinking like maybe like 100% or 200% or so XP bonus for your alts. Yeah, so that you can really just like, you know, rush them through the campaign, rush them to level 80 or so in like a day or something like that if you want to. After you have done, you know, a really long progression on your first character. But apparently this is not going to be the case. Alts leveling is still going to be long and cumbersome, I guess. That being said, of course, there are various strategies how to speed up your alt leveling. So in case you're worried about, you know, making another class or making the same class again so you can play another build and these kind of things, there will be strategies that will probably still make it quite a breeze. But I was just expecting a bit more here on the XP front. In any case, we don't have full clarification about how the smoldering ash system works, and if there is the potential chance for some loopholes in the system with the tier skips from the premium battle pass. For example, I could imagine a scenario where you do certain types of content, just, you know, for example, repeatedly farming a certain zone that gives a lot of XP, and that actually doesn't reward you with a lot of battle pass progress, but a lot of XP for a character, so that you reach this level 10 requirement to unlock the smoldering ashes, where you could reach level 10 and not have battle pass level 8, but you could buy the tier skips to actually reach level 8. So I'm not 100% sure if this is the case, or if you're kind of like just guaranteed to get at least level 8 by reaching level 10 in a character. And then, for example, on the next tier, where, you know, here you get a level tier 15, you get ashes again. It's like level 10 again, and then here's tier 20 and level 20. So it seems like, yeah, a bit back and forth here. This might be like different seasonal screenshots or maybe different versions of this whole system. But you can see that there, like every few levels, there's like this ashes that you can get to get those blessings that give you an actual power boost for the rest of the season. Right now, I'm not concerned that it will lead to any kind of pay to win, because they stressed it like 1,000 times, and if there is any kind of oversight or loophole, I'm pretty sure they would fix it. But I also don't expect that this is actually the case, and this is just the lack of information that we have that makes this a bit of a question mark. I'll try to investigate this and see if I can come back with any kind of answer, maybe from Adam Fletcher or someone, and see if they can, you know, prove to me that there is no chance that any pay to win can happen. But let's see. In any case, the premium battle pass is mostly cosmetics and some emotes and some mount armors and these kind of things. You can also get more of that in the shop. So they have previewed, for example, the shop armors here. You can see them. Again, we have already seen them in like some blog posts in the past and in other previews. Not exactly those armors, so these are new. And I just wanted to like give a highlight of a comparison between the shop and the in-game armor. So you see that it's still kind of like the similar art style, similar quality. And personally, I sometimes even like the free ones more, or like the in-game ones more, basically, over the shop ones. So it seems to be just like some, alternative styles that you can acquire, maybe a bit more themed around a certain thing than others. And you can see here, for example, this bloody barbarian, kind of thing. And here the Zorg being a bit like the Lilith costume and these kind of things. So it does look pretty cool, but nothing that I would say would make you feel bad if you don't have it. So that's also pretty amazing. I'm really excited to actually try to basically get everything I can in-game and never touch the shop in my life. That being said though, they actually have a pretty interesting concept for the shop itself. So the way that they said it's going to work is that it's going to be like a personalized like shop experience, and it has like a weekly rotating shelf, so to say. So you have like a few things that are in the shop that are just basically chosen by the game based on what you're playing and what you like, kind of thing like that, I guess. It might have some algorithm that determines, what kind of, effects you like or these kind of things. They didn't really disclose that exactly, but I guess that it just like shows you stuff that you would be more interested in, at least from the perspective of someone who just doesn't want to buy anything. It sounds kind of cool to just go there and check what is there, it's kind of like what is new this week kind of thing, and maybe you're gonna see something you like, instead of like opening the shop and just scrolling for like 300 different effects and MTXs and a glove here, a helm there, a mount trophy there, and later on we're gonna have skill MTXs, I'm sure, and these kind of things as well, and it's just gonna be like really, really large. So maybe there's gonna be an option to actually buy whatever you want at any time, but at least that's what they said it's gonna be for now, so that you always have like a little bit of stuff to choose from, and you can't just go ham and basically buy the entire shop all at once. In any case, that's pretty much it for the sum up of this video. The server slam is starting this Friday, so get ready. I will also have Ashama builds and leveling builds ready for you guys. There were actually a lot of data mine changes that definitely upset the meta and the best and worst builds a little bit that we have seen. I'm gonna have an update for you guys on that as well later. For now, this is it. Hope you liked this one. Let me know your thoughts, and see you guys next time.